All right, hi everybody. I can make a little bit more noise. I am not in the library today. So here we go. It says Leilani's dad was helping Leilani and her brother and sister wrap presents for their mom. Their dad had 8 and 3/4 feet of ribbon. He cut the ribbon into equal pieces and gave each kid exactly 1/3 of the total ribbon to decorate the presents. How long was Leilani's piece of ribbon? All right, so we have to think of 8 and 3/4, and we have to cut it into thirds. So let's draw that. All right, so we have this piece of ribbon that is 8 and 3/4. How much was it yards? Feet. So this is feet long, okay? And he split it into thirds, okay, and this is a ribbon, so that each kid could get the same size ribbon. You certainly do not want to be unfair here. Okay, so I think the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to separate. I'm going to go, it's 1/3, right? So each one gets 1/3 of the 8 and 3/4. So I'm going to split this up. I'm going to look at 1/3 of 8. I'm going to add that to 1/3 of 3/4. Okay, so first we have 1/3 of 8. So 1/3 of 8 you can say is 8/3, okay? And then we're going to add that to 1/3 of 3/4, which we're going to multiply here, 1 by 3 and 3 by 4, so that's going to be 3/12. Another way to show this, let's look at a box. Okay, so we're going to have 3/4. So I'm going to show 3/4. I have here, I split it into halves. Here's now fourths. So we have something that's 3/4. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to split that into thirds. So I have to go the other way to show that. I can't split into thirds this way. That would be too complicated to look at. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and now I've split it into thirds. Okay, now each kid is going to get this much, right? 1/3 of the 3/4. So how much is that? Well, let's look. This was my one hole, right? And I've created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 12, there's that denominator. And how many pieces do they get? 1, 2, 3. 3 out of the 12. Okay. Now, we can also we don't have to do 8/3 plus 3/12 because that's going to be a little bit too complicated. I do see here, we think about 8/3 as a number. If this was 6/3, that would be 2. So that means I have 2 holes here, and I have 2 left over. So this is 2 and 2/3 plus, and then 3/12 is actually 1/4. But I probably want to keep it in 3/12 because I'm going to have to add these two things together, and I can't add those two things together because they don't have the same denominator. So thirds and 12ths, see, this is where we have to know all of this stuff. So that's going to be 8/12 plus 3/12, which is going to be 2 and 11/12 feet per piece. Whew, that was a tough one. Again, if you're struggling right now, it's all good. It really is. It's okay. I guess you probably can't see me for some. I don't think my camera's on. But anyway, it's all good. It's okay to struggle. It really is. This is the time to struggle. This is the time to make mistakes. You're going to be open to learning. We're going to practice way more than this. Doing this stuff, we are not yet ready to take the test. Okay, so this is your exploration time. This is you making mistakes. This is you thinking about stuff. This is you trying so that you do make the mistake. That's the important